Hey there, tech enthusiasts. Welcome to the Technology Pulse. I'm Rick from Daily, and this is Daily's Tech in 10, where we tackle the tech stories that actually matter to Maryland and Virginia schools and governments. 10 minutes, no fluff, just the stuff that unfortunately keeps IT directors awake at night. And speaking of sleepless nights, we've got two doozies. First, the device cliff. Remember when schools got all that emergency pandemic funding and bought millions of laptops? Yeah, those devices are dying, all at once. And that emergency money? Long gone, unfortunately. Schools are staring at a device apocalypse with empty pockets. Then we'll talk about the AI struggle. Everyone's asking, why don't we have AI yet? But here's the dirty secret. Only 3 states in the entire country, that's right, 3, 1, 2, 3, have actually figured out AI adoption. The rest are stuck running pilot projects that unfortunately go nowhere. So if you're wondering how to replace 5,000 devices with basically no budget, or why your AI chatbot keeps giving terrible answers, buckle up, we're diving in. Let's pulse into it. Okay, picture this. It's 2020, COVID hits. Schools go remote practically overnight, and suddenly every student needs a laptop. The feds responded with $190 billion in emergency funding. Schools went on the biggest technology shopping spree in history. Chromebooks, laptops, tablets. If it had a screen and could run Zoom, districts bought it by the truckload. Kids who'd never had a device at home suddenly had one. We solved a problem that had been plaguing education for decades. But here's what nobody thought about in 2020 while frantically clicking add to cart. All those devices? They were all bought at the same time, which means they're all failing at the same time. You see, device life cycle in education is about 4 to 5 years. After that, you're looking at dead batteries, cracked screens, and systems so slow that students can write faster with a pencil. We're right at that 4 to 5 year mark now, and we have a problem. Baltimore has a problem. Every school system in America has a problem. Because that emergency funding, it expired September 2024. Done, finished, no more money. And we're not talking about the sell-by date, we're talking about the real expiration date. There's nothing to replace it. Schools are back to their regular operating budgets, which, fun fact, were not built to maintain a device for every single student. So now IT directors are having really uncomfortable conversations with their superintendents about whether kids are going back to shared computer labs. Or maybe we just let devices fail and hope students have something at home. And here's the equity gut punch. Teaching has fundamentally changed since 2020. You can't just take devices away and pretend it's 2019 again. Students need them for homework, for research, for learning platforms that teachers now depend on. One district leader said it perfectly. We finally solved our equity problem with that emergency funding, but if we can't sustain it, we're creating an even bigger digital divide. Look, school systems are starting to get creative. Some are leasing devices instead of buying them outright. Some are extending warranties and praying for miracles. But here's the bottom line. The device cliff, it's real. It's happening right now, and every school is scrambling for answers. The question is whether we're committed to keeping technology accessible to all students or just the ones whose parents can afford it. That decision is being made right now, one budget crisis at a time. All right, let's talk about the other thing keeping public sector IT folks up at night, artificial intelligence. You cannot go to a single meeting without somebody asking, what's our AI strategy? And you know what the answer usually is, if you're honest? We're working on it. A new report just analyzed AI adoption across all 50 states. Guess how many have made real progress? 3, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Utah. That's it. The other 47 states, they're still running pilot projects and trying to figure out what AI even means for them. Nearly half of state and local agencies use AI tools daily. But there's a massive difference between actually deploying AI to improve public services. So what's the holdup? Well, there are 4 big barriers. First, no one can agree on what AI even is or how to govern it. One department thinks AI is machine learning for fraud detection. Another thinks it's a website chatbot. Without consistent definitions, you can't create consistent policies. Second, infrastructure and money. AI doesn't run on the server you bought back in 2007. You need cloud capability, modern data systems, and serious processing power. Most governments are still running legacy systems. Upgrading costs money, and that's something they don't have. Third, you've got the workforce. Government IT departments are already stretched thin managing what they have. Now you want them to become AI experts too? Training takes time and money, and hiring AI specialists means competing with tech companies that pay twice as much. And the fourth problem, AI has to actually solve real problems. A chatbot that can't answer the questions people ask isn't really helpful. Governments are rightfully being cautious, trying to figure out where AI genuinely helps before they invest. Now, some places are making progress. The states that succeed have a few things in common: dedicated AI staff, strong data infrastructure, clear governance frameworks before they deploy widely, and a focus on serving people, not just implementing cool tech. Half of all states now use AI chatbots to reduce administrative work. Cities are using AI for construction permitting, road sign inventory, pavement assessment, practical, focused applications that actually help. AI is supposed to serve the public better. The reality is that AI adoption in government isn't happening overnight. Most places are in early stages, working through infrastructure, funding, governance, and training. Rushing to deploy AI just to say you have AI is how you end up with expensive failures and angry taxpayers. The governments that will succeed are the ones moving deliberately, building foundations first, starting with clear use cases, investing in people, and keeping the focus on better service. All right, let's bring this home. What do the device cliff and the AI struggle have to do with Maryland and Virginia schools and governments? Everything. Look, if you're a school system, you're facing the device cliff right now. Those pandemic devices are aging out. The money's gone. Here's what Daily can do for you. We help you spread the pain. Instead of replacing 10,000 devices at once, we build refresh cycles that replace 2,500 per year over 4 years. It's sustainable. It's predictable. It's survivable. We help you get warranties that actually protect you, because a comprehensive warranty isn't an expense, it's insurance against much higher repair costs. Take HP, for instance. They have a program called HP Futures, which brings together over 100 education leaders and policymakers asking the hard questions. How do we prepare students for an AI world? How do we use technology to close gaps instead of widening them? The device cliff isn't just about replacing old Chromebooks. It's about making smart decisions today that work for the world students will graduate into tomorrow. All right, now for AI. Whether you're a school or a county government, somebody's asking, what's the AI strategy? Here's our advice. Don't start with AI, start with infrastructure. You can't deploy AI if your network can't handle it. You can't run cloud-based AI if your devices are 6 years old. And you can't secure AI systems if your basic cybersecurity is shaky. Daily helps you build that foundation. Modern devices, strong networks, management systems that give IT visibility and control. This is why partnerships matter. HP isn't just manufacturing devices. They're building for AI capabilities. When you work with Daily, you get access to forward-thinking partners like this. Whether it's the device cliff or AI adoption, the fundamental challenge is the same. How do you plan for the future when budgets are tight and needs are urgent? The answer? You work with partners who understand your constraints and help you prioritize your investments so that you can deliver value now and build capability for later. For schools, that means strategic device refresh, comprehensive warranties, and sustainable cycles built into regular budgets. For governments, it means starting with infrastructure, clear use cases, and training your people before you scale. Both require the same thing: strategic thinking, the right partners, and refusing to lurch from crisis to crisis. That's what Daily brings to you. We understand the public sector. We understand your constraints. We know you're not just buying technology, you're investing in your mission. Daily is here to help you navigate both. And that's it for this edition of Daily's Tech in 10. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with your colleagues who need to hear this message. And if you're dealing with these challenges, reach out to us. We'd certainly love to help. Until next time, I'm Rick from Daily. Remember, the best time to plan for the future was yesterday. The second best time is today. Don't wait until you hit the cliff. Stay strategic and keep pulsing.
And that wraps up another insightful episode of the Daily Technology Pulse podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Before we sign off, we want to take a moment to remind you of some important legal considerations. The content provided in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can find us at daily.com. The Daily Technology Pulse podcast will be back with more exciting discussions on the latest in technology. Until next time, stay curious and stay connected.